Hi, I want to show you a really cool tool called Rewordify. Let's say you have a student who is researching elephants and they find this really cool article, but the vocabulary in the article is something that's going to be a barrier for them in understanding. So even in this first sentence, one day while taking a stroll in his backyard, Kandula the elephant smelled something scrumptious. If you don't understand the word stroll or scrumptious, understanding this article is going to be very difficult. In instruction, teachers will often rephrase vocabulary words to help aid in that comprehension, and Rewordify does the same thing but with text. So I can take this article and turn it into this. So you can see that stroll and scrumptious are reworded to help aid in that vocabulary development. This also comes with a lot of other tools and aids. So for example,
stroll.
We have some text-to-speech. We can also add that word to learn later, and I'll show you what that is in a minute. You can also go through here and let's say there are other words that weren't reworded, but you still have a question about them, like sprig. What does sprig mean? And then even within the definition, if you have a question, you can learn more about it. So let me show you how easy this is. Let's say you find this article on DNA. All I need to do is copy this URL, go to that first page of Rewordify, and paste the URL in here. And it gives you two different options. I can either rewordify the web page and display it, or rewordify the web page text only. So if I want to shoot it back into the web page without changing the format, it looks like that. And I can still click on the words to find what the original word was, but I don't have access to any of the other cool tools. I can't find the definitions for any of the other words or some of the other things that I'll show you. Or if I wanted to just see the text, it'll do that for me. So some of the other cool things that you can do with this, under settings, down here at the bottom, you can change the display mode, so I can have the hard word followed by the rewordified words. I can have it so you have to click on the word or just show the rewordified words. I can have them side by side in a column, so the original against the rewordified, or I can have the original text altogether with just the vocabulary in its own column box. I can change the level of difficulty. So for example, in that DNA article, I could change it to a level 1 where 35 words were rephrased, or to hardest. I can also change the highlighting mode too if my students need that, or just underline or remove all of the visual clues. Rewordify also comes with list of classic literature and public documents, so you don't necessarily have to find a URL. You can also click and copy text from documents that you already have, or you can search through their literature or public documents. So for example, Article 2 of the Constitution. One of the other cool things that you can do is with your free account, you can do a lot of vocabulary support and learning. So for example, it will glean words from here. So let's say I want to pick 3 words, and it picked 3 words for me. I could have also gone back and chosen my own words, or I could go into my learning and documents and only learn the words that I'd picked while I was reading. So when I clicked on that word and asked it to add it to my learning list. The learning area is really neat. So when you go through and you're learning the word expedient, it makes you learn it a few different ways. So first it gives you the word meaning, then you have to listen to it.
The word expedient means helpful to get what you want.
And then it shoots it back into context. And it gives me, I love this, it makes you not rush the passage reading, and seeing and understanding how words are used in real writing is a huge part of being a better reader. Strong readers spend a lot of time reading. What a great reminder. Makes you type it.
Type the word expedient.
And then type it again, but your visual clue is the definition. And then you need to figure out what the answer is. Select. And if I had gotten that right, it would have given me some credit, and I would have been able to move on to the next one, and then it would loop back around and do a final practice. You can also practice with flashcards, or when I'm in my article, I can print learning activities. So it gives you a whole list of things that you can do. You can print the text, original or rewordified. It'll make you vocabulary lists, quizzes, close activities. I'll show you what that one looks like. It's the one where you have your word bank up at the top, and then you need to fill in the words at the bottom. So it creates that for you. And then you could do a CSV export into something like, let's say you're using Quizlet or Study Blue. It'll give you that document that you can just upload it straight from there.